Yeah, really, after watching the game, really pleased. Same thing I said Saturday. Just really pleased with our preparation. Challenging offense to go against from a structure standpoint with all the moving parts and all the quick passes to the perimeter and all the misdirection. We knew we had a physical advantage, size, strength, and speed over Tennessee Tech, and we knew if we get our bodies in position to make the plays, we'd make the plays, and obviously we made the lion's share of the plays in the first half. And offensively, we score every possession except for the one time we fumble. We got to do a better job with ball security, obviously, in that situation. But other than that, we score every time we touch the ball in the first half. And then defensively, we not only stopped them, but we got 3 and out after 3 and out. We had a pick six. We had another pick to the 2. We caused another fumble to set up a short field. Our offense, I think, only had one possession in the first half where they started on our half the field. Every other possession, whether it be special teams, Mo Thomas does a great job on his punt returns, or defense just continually setting up our offense on a short field. So we went in there, hopefully we're going to be sharp. We weren't going to have a mental letdown coming off, obviously, a really physical and mentally challenging Iowa game. Our kids really responded and came out ready to play, and that created an awesome opportunity in the second half for our young guys. There was many plays in the second half where we had 11 true freshmen on the field on defense. Most of the guys that played in the second half were guys that were on our scout team during the week preparing the older guys. So they were basically, we were just calling stuff we called in fall camp. They didn't even know the game plan on either side of the ball. So we were just going back and playing stuff we played in fall camp. But what an awesome opportunity for those kids to get out and play and have that opportunity. We haven't had many chances like that to really allow some kids that aren't quite ready to play yet to play, and then get out there and do some good things. And we did some nice things in the second half as well.
You challenged the defense midweek last week to really, concentrate, lock down. They certainly did that in that first half. 3 turnovers on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and again, it was mentally getting yourself in position, make the plays. We know if we could make the plays, obviously, and we did a good job. And we had a good Tuesday, Wednesday. We didn't have a very good Thursday, but we play once a week on Saturday, and the preparation goes from Sunday to Saturday, And it's about you being in position to make the plays that you're supposed to make and not trying to do too much. And our Thursday practice, a lot of our guys looking around trying to make a bunch of plays, and you look at the opponent and it's not Iowa, and you say, okay, well, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go make every play. And Thursday's practice, our scout team had a pretty good day against us as far as all the misdirection, and we didn't have people where they need to be, and we're the same screen pass that we had 2 guys picked that we were alert and ready for and reacting to on Saturday was a play that was going for a nice gain on Thursday. So our preparation was good. Again, every day is different, and you had a bad thing. No, we had a good Thursday. Thursday's a learning experience like every other day, and you can learn from the good, you can learn from the middle, you can learn from the bad, and you just keep preparing. But our kids were sharp on Saturday. They had a really good focus, and they came out with just to play it like any other game, not to take it too high or too low, or take a team lightly because they play 1AA football, not 1A football. Okay, that's not. They got quality players, and they got people that can make plays. But we did a really good job of suffocating them during that first half.
This week, obviously, the battle for the victory bell down at Nippert Stadium, another one of those big physical teams that UC typically has. It should be a game. Tell us about your team's prep.
Yeah, it will be obviously a lot more like Iowa playing Iowa than Tennessee Tech, so we're back in the juggernaut. They're really, like you said, really big and physical on both sides of the ball at every position, not just in the trenches. So offensive skill guys, they got a bunch of receivers that play. They all can run, they all can catch, they all block, they play really hard. They got a slew of tailbacks that are, the Warren kid, the Dokes kid, the Thompson kid. They got tailbacks that can play. I think Warren's one of the most special backs we faced a year ago. Dokes was out hurt a year ago. We tried to recruit Dokes out of high school. He was, one of the best backs in the country coming out of high school. So we know what he's all about. So we know they have talent. And then the quarterback makes great decisions, really good accuracy down the field. Really good timing throw. It reminds you of the kid from Iowa with his length and his arm strength. The difference is he runs like a 4.34. Like he can flat out roll. So it doesn't matter who he plays. Even against Ohio State, when he broke contain against Ohio State, no one on Ohio State. He just ran, and then about 25 yards downfield, they forced him out of bounds, but no one was catching the kid. So, and he hurt us obviously a year ago with a big run. He hurts everybody with big runs. Then defensively, their front. It'll be very similar to Iowa's. It's just busy and physical, and you're going to have to work your tail off to carve out an existence in the run game, and you got to do that if you're going to win the football game. You're not going to be able to not be able to run the ball and have a chance to win. And then we got to protect our quarterback because they do a good job of getting you in third and long, and much like Iowa, then they tee off and really get after your quarterback. And then their back end guys, they're typically the best tackling back end that we face every year. They're just athletic and big and strong. They're really good tacklers and really physical. There's usually a couple big hits. Our skilled guys got to be ready. They're going to get hit on Saturday. So it's going to be a great challenge. And just like Iowa and just like Tennessee Tech, and this is our third one. It's a 1-week season to play UC, and we're crazy excited. We know how talented is. We know what kind of year they had last year. We know, some people had them in the top 20, 25 going into this year. So we know what we're up against, but we're crazy excited to go play UC this Saturday.
You had some starters sit out with injuries this week, and you got everybody else a lot of rest in that second half. How are you going into practice this week, injury?
Well, this is the weeks that you like, because we didn't really add to our injury list at all. And like you said, we got even the guys that we're counting on playing a lot, they didn't play at all in the second half. So that's always welcome to another byproduct of that game is getting a little healthier. And then we'll see. We had four. We had McWood didn't play, Homer didn't play, Besser didn't play, Sorensen. So tough offensive. When you say your best tailback, most versatile, your best tight end, and your best receiver, most productive at least. So obviously we had guys step up. Dom had a huge game. Jalen Walker did some nice things. So we had guys step up in their absences. But obviously we'd like to get those guys back. McWood out defensively. You have your Mike Backer, your guy that makes all the calls for your defense. So, but we'll see. We don't know. They were all in that 2 to maybe 3 week range. So 2 weeks Cincy, 3 weeks Ohio State. So I know they're chomping the bit to play. I know our training staff, and they will do everything they can to try to get ready. But it's kind of that 2. It wasn't a 1 to 2 where they definitely be back in 2. They're all in that 2 to 3 week window. So if not this week, hopefully we'll get them back shortly.
Coach, I don't know if you really think about it like this at all, but there's just been a lot of positive momentum around here with all the buildings and all the winning, the success in the league. I mean, is it like beating UC? Is that kind of like the next step, like where maybe this place could just really just explode with what's?
Yeah, no, we're excited. Beating UC is a big one, but again, for us, they're all big ones. Like we're trying to play to our level every week. Yes, we want to beat UC, but at the end of the day, our eyes on trying to win the conference championship. That's, and so if you say I'd like to do both, yes, I'd like to be UC and win the league. So, but again, for us, we've gotten into the place the last few years where our kids have really believed in the process and trust the process, and that mindset's more for the fans and more for the media of if they don't think we want to beat UC, the deal is how you prepare, how you play, how focused you are, how hard you play, and that's going to give you your chance. And when we first got here and we didn't win much, everybody talked about winning, and then we started to win, and everybody talked about winning more, and our kids got caught up in that. Years 3 and 4, and even part of last year, worried about the end result. And if we got a great group of kids, and we got talent, and if we play hard and play smart, we're gonna have a chance to win our fair share of games. We've done that. The last 3 years. So we would just want to keep building on that mindset. And it's hard because it's a rivalry game, and it's hard because everybody's super excited. All the Miami people are crazy that, there's some Miami people that this is the one game they pay attention to. And that's always the way it is with a rivalry game. There's, Indiana plays Purdue. There's people that are going to worry about that week. But for our kids, they got to focus on what allows them to be successful and not get caught up. And again, not too high, not too low. There's a good, happy medium every week to play your best football, and that's the mode we're trying to get in. Our kids so far have done a good job because we've had a good challenge from a really, you go play a Big Ten team and a top 20 team, and then you go play a 1AA team, and those mentally, our kids have been focused and been ready to play both weeks, and that's, if we can continue to do that, that'll give us our best chance to get the victory we're looking for on Saturday.
Over the last couple of years, games have been really close. I mean, really pretty much every year you've been here, but what can you use maybe over the last couple of years, the success you've had on the field, that you can kind of use that for?
Yeah, I think our kids are always crazy excited to play UC, so that's a big deal. I think every year's different. Last year's game, we really struggled to get anything going on offense. I know there was bad weather, but it was, we didn't score a point offensively, and we held them down, but they were also kind of milking the lead. They didn't really open up their offense much, and it was 7-0 going in the fourth quarter, and then we had obviously a turnover. So it's like any time you play opponent and they're a talented opponent, you're going to have to play clean football on both sides of the ball. You got to win the big play battle. If you don't win the big play battle, you're going to have a hard time winning this game. You got to win the turnover battle. If you win the big play battle and the turnover battle, and you play clean football in that, you're going to be in great position to win a football game. So our kids are confident. They'll continue to play throughout the game. They haven't shown, for a while now, they haven't shown that anything really bothers them. They just kind of have learned that when you play good teams, it's going to be close, and you just got to keep playing. And UC is going to make their plays on both sides of the ball in ST, and we're going to make our plays. And you just got to keep battling, try to get the plays down the stretch that you need. And we did, obviously, last year we did a really good job down the stretch of winning some close games, and obviously we're in a position this weekend that's the same way down the stretch. That's going to be a play or two in the fourth quarter decides the outcome, and that's the goal.
Dom, great game on Saturday. Tell us a little bit about it. Coming into the game, looking for that opportunity to happen.
I appreciate it, and honestly, I was looking forward to playing, especially coming off an injury. I didn't get to play much week one, and I kind of figured I wouldn't. But waited my turn and got a chance. I dropped the ball early in the game, shook it off, and caught the next three. So,
talk a little bit about that and the mentality. I know how frustrating it was for you to drop the ball, but you came back, and every catch after that, it was contested, and you really hauled everything in and made some big plays.
In high school, I played quarterback, so I kind of had the mentality of it can't let one play affect how I play. So I came over the sideline. It was already shook. Once I dropped it, I got up and it was already going. I shook it off and was looking forward to the next play. So
this team obviously took care of business on Saturday. This Saturday, the Cincinnati Bearcats down at Nippert. It's the battle for the victory bell. Tell me about your and the team's preparation for the battle for the victory bell.
We're going to take it like it's a big game. This is a big rivalry game. We plan to bring the bell back this year. I mean, it's been the plan for the past few years that we've played them. We just haven't been able to get it done. Honestly, the thing that we're focusing on this year is finishing. Every year we've gotten close and close, and it comes down to final moments for the most part, and we just let it go. So the key is to finish this year.
Very good. Offense had a great day Saturday, moving the football. It'll be a physical ball game on Saturday, no doubt. Talk about the physicality of going against the Bearcats.
They're a physical team, but we've played top teams and we've met teams with physicality, so I don't think we'll have a problem with them at all. So,
yeah. How does a game like Iowa help you in that?
It helps a lot because that area being there with that environment is hostile. I'm pretty sure it'll be a lot more hostile there, but it's nothing we haven't seen before. I think we're prepared. So,
Sterling, great game defensively for the team. Earlier in the week, I know Coach was really giving you guys a hard time, but you stepped up. What was the difference between midweek and Saturday at the game?
The difference, I think, was just really, our team's intensity picked up. Coach Martin got on us because he wanted us to treat, the same game or have us play the same game as we played against Iowa, Tennessee Tech, Cincinnati, doesn't matter. So, what he wants for us, his expectation is always the same. It doesn't matter who our opponent is.
Defense comes up with 2 interceptions. Bartz goes for 6. Your eyes probably were just huge as that ball was coming toward you because there was no doubt you were going to intercept that one, and I know you were trying to get to the end zone.
Yeah, for sure. I tried to fight and keep getting in, but, they ruled it out of bounds. So.
Yeah, tell me about that play and that, trickery, and, Coach said all week long, you got to stay in your keys, you got to stay where you're supposed to be, and certainly you were there.
Yeah, like you said, trickery, that was a big emphasis on the week. Coach Martin really emphasized that in practice because he knew that their offense was a lot of misdirection, trying to get our eyes wrong. So one of those formations, was just something that we practiced all week and that we were prepared for. So
You mentioned Coach was hard on you earlier this week or last week. Maybe the focus wasn't always there. Any question about having any focus for UC this week?
No, not at all. That's obviously the biggest game of the year is the game that we have coming up this week. So, and that's treated every week, whether that's MAC play, Big Ten play. So obviously we're really excited. It's a 1-week season now.
there's a lot of young guys on the defense, but you played in this game last year, at least a little bit, right? And what can you maybe tell some of the younger guys on the team how to prepare or how to be ready for this game?
You know, it's one of those games that we've been working for all year. So this is one of those things that in the off season, this is what you're thinking about. So for the young guys, you know, just be patient and you know, just trust yourself. I think that's the biggest thing when playing a big game like this. Everything gets kind of all out of whack. You know, you got fans going crazy. You got, you know, all these emotions going. So just staying patient, staying relaxed, and you know, just trusting yourself.
Anybody else got it?
What would a UC victory mean personally to you?
To me, man, that'd be awesome. You know, the last 2 years that I've been here and we've played them have been just down to the wire games that, you know, I can just tell our whole fan base is just counting on us to win. So to me, this victory, you know, would just be awesome, unexplainable. So.